Hey everybody, it's Tom Coleman here coming at you from the home office today. Oh yeah. We all are in our home offices except for Dustin. He's on the road. So he's on his road office. Hey Dustin, how are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. I'm happy my phone's making the connection here.
Absolutely. Me too. Don't be driving and talking. Pull over somewhere if you can.
Yep.
But hey Catherine, how are you today?
Good, Tom. How's it going?
Great, great. And we've got Arizona Low with us today too. Hey Arizona, how are you?
I'm wonderful, Tom. How are you today?
Man, I'm so good. If I was any better, I'd be twins. Yeah. Well, what we're doing today, we're just talking about anything anybody wants to talk about. So, um, now one of the things that we were chatting with ahead of the show, Arizona was telling us about a program that she's run across. You know, like last time we were talking about GIMP and some Photoshop and things like that. She's run across a program that's kind of similar to that, but as I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Arizona, but it's on the web, so you don't have to download anything.
It is. I found it when I picked up some new curators and I wanted to train them on image manipulation. And the concept of downloading GIMP just for one of them just freaked her out. She was just like, I don't want anything else on my computer. So I went looking online to see what I could find.
Yeah.
Found this thing called PhotoFlexer. It's FOTOFLEXER.com.
Well,
And
tell us about it.
what makes this so fabulous is that not only can you resize images, crop images, add text, add special effects, all the fun things that we're all used to. It also has layers. So you
Now,
can have multiple photos together. You can do layers of text and photos. And that's an ability that I haven't seen on an online program before.
is it fairly easy to use?
It is very easy to use. It
Oh,
has really
this
huge icons, that tell you to fix the red eye or crop, and it's incredibly easy.
this is sounding like my cup of tea.
I loved it. And, I was able to train 4 curators in 20 minutes on how to use it.
Oh, cool. Well, do you want to show people how to use it, or do you want to just we can provide some information in a resource document to the show, whichever you want to do? Because
Um,
I know people will be interested in that.
yeah, I can do it in a resource document. I can do a screen share right now and show it to you, but
Well, go ahead.
okay. It takes me a second to set it up, and my computer's acting wonky today.
Oh no. Well, we'll give it a shot. I mean, it's like live TV. It'll either work or it won't, and if it doesn't, we'll go to something else.
There we go.
It's headed that way.
Let me know if you see these
Yep.
two beautiful
We
flowers.
see two beautiful flowers in a lily pond, it looks like.
Like most, this is once you go in, the initial screen allows you to upload a photo
Yep.
or choose one of theirs.
Okay.
And once you go into it, like here, you've got the great old auto fix that everybody has, and I highly suggest against using.
So,
Um,
so don't use the auto fix on that.
well, I mean, don't let a computer decide what is artistic. You do the things yourself.
Well, see, that's coming from somebody who's artistic, though. There's a difference.
You can develop that eye, Tom. You really can, I
Oh,
promise.
I know I can. I'm developing so many other things right now. That's not on my list. Thank you, though.
So
Keep
this
going. I'm sorry.
it's okay. On this row where all the big icons are, these are the things that you would most commonly use. Flip it around. See if there we go. Or
Cool.
rotate it, or crop, which is what I would probably use the most. And it's just like I said, it's like anything else. Very, very easy to use.
Can
So
you can you add borders with it?
You know, I didn't look because that's not one of the things that I typically do, but let's go up and look at these. You've got the effects once you get past the basics. And this has all kinds of weird effects. You can patchwork, which I don't want to do, so let's cancel that. And it's fun because you can take a look. If you don't like it, you just, I kind of like that though. You just cancel it.
Cool.
Decorate is where the text is.
Okay.
And borders. Yes, you can do borders.
Cool.
So let's go around a corner and see what that looks like.
You know, the borders is, I think, a really useful tip for making your stuff pop off the page.
It does
Yeah.
if it's done right. You're right.
Well, it's good. It's good for Facebook advertising images.
I like this because it's got the vignette. That's one of those words that my mouth doesn't like wrapping around.
Yep.
Borders. So that's really nice. You can either put animations on it. So if you wanted to put hearts all over it, moving around.
Oh, so you can use it to do GIFs.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Like I said, it's an amazing program.
Cool.
Beautify, you can smooth wrinkles, fix blemishes. And then you can distort it, squish it together, which I can't imagine would look good on this, but we'll try it. Yeah, no. And then you got your layers. And this was the one thing that just totally sold me on this.
Layer something for us.
Well, let's add another image. Let's just pick one of those real quick.
Layers was the reason that Photoshop really took off and became such a powerful program, because there used to be not very many programs that could utilize layers and setting the opacity and the see-through ability through pictures. So that is a really cool function from this.
It is.
Go ahead and walk us through what you just did.
Well, I went and grabbed another image, and I'm playing with it now. I'm trying to, let's go back to this image. You see how you can easily, it's actually easier to flip between layers on this than it is on Photoshop. You just click the picture and you've switched your layers.
Sweet.
I have a question. What's the difference between this and PicMonkey?
I've never played with PicMonkey.
I
so I
don't know that. Can you do layers with PicMonkey?
Yeah.
Dustin, you know? You can? Okay.
Well, it says you can. I don't play around in it too much, but it does have a, I believe it has a layers thing, a layers.
Wait a minute. I haven't done any layers, so talk me through exactly what you're doing, because I want to see exactly how this works.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want me to start over?
Well, that'd be good.
Okay. I just deleted that. We're going to go to add images first.
Okay.
So we're going to add another image, and I'm going to put on the Golden Gate Bridge. So now this is the second layer, and it's on top of the flowers, which is layer 1.
Right.
I want it to go just halfway on this. Well, now I want the flowers to show through. So I can take and change the opacity of the bridge. And now you have the bridge blending into the flowers.
It's like taking a transparency and making it a little bit lighter if you want to stack it on top of them.
Right. The other thing I think I would do with this is go ahead and go back to effects and our borders. Where was borders on decorate? and have it blend in a little bit easier, so maybe you don't have that hard line. In Photoshop, I would take an eraser and erase that hard line.
Well, you scooted it over before. Can you still do that in that, or not?
Do what? I'm sorry.
Like where the bridge is, where you're talking about the hard line in the photograph on the bridge.
Right.
You moved that on the other one, so you just had them side by side at that point, right?
Right. I was trying to only have the bridge halfway through.
Gotcha.
The picture, but without an eraser, which I haven't found yet, to blend in the smooth lines. I can line it up just straight on, like that, and then then it's just laying straight across the picture. You can use this if you want to put like, you see how people are blended into other photos. You could use this to do that. Blend a person into a picture with a bridge or something like that.
This is an awesome program.
It is, and it's I think it's just a matter of getting in and really playing with it.
Right.
Just like Photoshop.
There's probably an eraser in there somewhere.
I'm sure there is. I'm just not finding it. Probably on Basic.
And you don't have to download it. It's all online. This is incredible.
It is. It is. I thought it was huge not having to download another program and still be able to have the ability to play with the photos.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good find. So
I'm back.
Cool.
Tutorials like Canva does?
I'm sure it does. I haven't looked. If not, I'm going to do a couple.
I think the tutorials that I've done with Canva for choosing fonts and color and lighting and stuff has been really useful. When you get involved with Canva, they'll send out a newsletter and give you their latest update tips on there. But you can also just go through and watch all the tutorials there. All these online resources are really awesome. And then once you start learning these things, you can take your knowledge from what you've learned from these programs, plug it into something like GIMP if you want to utilize that on top of it.
Well, this gives you the basics to make understanding GIMP or Photoshop a lot easier when you get into playing with it.
Yeah, backgrounds, this is awesome.
The other thing for people to remember when they're playing, and I tell clients this all the time, don't be afraid to play. There's not much these days on a computer that you can't back out of. You're not going to hurt anything permanently.
Yep, just try things out, test them, get in, jump in feet first and get going and see what you find out.
Exactly.
And you're not going to break it, and if you do, you can reload it. So that just keeps it easy. So everybody just keep moving forward.
Well, that's true. That was one thing I was worried about when I first started playing around, was I realized that some of these programs that I started playing around in just saved my original photo. It used to, they didn't, but now they do. So there's always an original photo to go back to. So that's why you can play. So there is no worry.
Cool. Let me just mention real quick, this was going to be a Q&A, but for some reason the Q&A on this side of the deal would not load up. And I'll figure that out by next week, because it happened last week too, but I just thought it was a quirk last week. So we'll get it fixed for next time. So sorry about that, guys. But let's see, Arizona, you want to talk a little bit about one of the things that we've been talking about? Kind of was Hootsuite. So Arizona uses Hootsuite all the time. So she was kind enough to kind of give us a little. She's going to give us a little demo of how to use Hootsuite. So for all you non-technical people, maybe she'll make it easier for all of us. So you want to give that a shot?
Sure. Well, that means sharing my screen again.
Okay.
So Hootsuite is an amazing tool for scheduling posts on pretty much everything but Pinterest, I think. But also, for me, what makes it so great is the fact that I can track what other people are doing. So, can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right. So this is what I have scheduled for today so far. These are my quotes. That if you follow me on Twitter, you know 1/4 past the hour, you're going to get a quote. And I'm looking at the scheduling part, the publisher. Now, if you are having trouble trying to find content within the publisher, you can look in suggested content, and it kind of takes a look at all the stuff that you've sent out and tries to find relevant information. And it takes a minute. So it will list different things that other people have tweeted out that is relevant to what you're doing. So like art and craft movie review. So that's that. I don't go in there very often. If you go up to the main part, let's say you've just loaded this. You're not going to have all these crazy tabs across the top that I have.
Why not?
You know, you're going to have none. So you
Well, what you've done there is those are just additional accounts, right?
Each tab is differently. It is kind of like I have the team. So this tab actually is the curators on today's visions.
Mm-hmm.
It's all their stuff, and it's loading. It's just trying to be slow.
But those are each tab is a different account per se. It's a different sign-in or whatever.
It doesn't have to be. You can add into one tab. You can add Facebook. You can add Twitter. So you can have Facebook stream and a Twitter stream side by side.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Each one of these columns,
yes,
is a different stream, is a different account, is a different.
It's a different stream.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, we mixed apples and oranges.
It's okay.
So yeah, you have to have had your social networks added. So you're going to add social networks to begin with. And you've got Twitter, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Foursquare, WordPress, and Mixi, which I'm not sure what Mixi is.
You got me on that one.
I've not played with that one at all. Once you have your social networks, then let's go to another one that doesn't have much in it. Okay, this is my LinkedIn. So you would add a stream, and you can select which profile you want. So on Twitter, I have 2 profiles, Arizona Low and Today's Visions.
Right.
On Facebook, I just have 1. Pardon?
I said it right.
Let's say I want to see my wall post, so I would add my wall post. And that shows what I have sent out. And let's see if I have anything scheduled. And I have nothing scheduled for Facebook right now on Hootsuite.
Okay, so how do you schedule a post in there that's going to go out at a certain time?
You go up here.
Is there a limit on how many you can put in there?
There is if you're not using the paid version.
What's the limits on the free version, and what are the limits on the paid version? Are there different? Do they have different on the paid version? Do they have different, amounts that you can pay for different numbers?
They do. It's a graduated. Like I'm on the very basic plan right now, which is $9.99 a month, and it's unlimited post, but I don't get the analytics.
Okay.
If I were to go to business, which is considerably more a month, then I could have the analytics. On the basic, I think you're limited to 350 posts.
Okay. Just as a quick, Twitter Analytics is available for everybody now. Just as a side note.
And it's awesome.
Yeah. Keep
I have
going. I'm sorry.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
We were talking last week about people responding to posts that either say sent out by Hootsuite or not sent out by Hootsuite and the controversy. If you pay for it, does it say that it's been sent out by Hootsuite?
It does, and I was very disappointed in that. I was hoping it wouldn't.
Okay.
But I felt like if we paid for it, then we had the right to not have that little notification.
That's what I was
Every poster does that's an auto poster. Has a, some sort of program that it says what it was posted by.
Yeah, like if you're posting Friends Plus Me for your Google Plus going to Facebook, it says it on Facebook. It says it on Twitter too.
Well, in the Friends Plus Me, when you poke on that link, it takes you actually back to the original post.
Correct.
I like that.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know about the Hootsuite.
I guess we were finished up with Hootsuite there.
Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just clicked the wrong thing.
Okay.
We're live. We're allowed to mess up.
Of course.
That's exactly right. It's TV.
It's live.
The more you mess up, the more fun it is.
I like this. I like Hootsuite. But Tom, you use something else, don't you?
I use a bunch of different things. I use like Buffer and Feedly and Friends Plus Me and If This Then That and there's a I don't know what the name of it is, but there's a Facebook thing that you can post the stuff. I feed at a Google Plus. I feed a whole bunch of stuff from a whole bunch of different places to a whole bunch of different places, and so I don't even remember. Once I set it up, it's just kind of I kind of know where it is, but it just goes. And occasionally there's a LinkedIn program that I do that posts stuff from LinkedIn to LinkedIn, and that goes out to Google Plus, and I think I'm posting some to Facebook on that too. And but that's another program, and you'll see that some on Twitter. It's called Google Amp. I'm not sure that's the name of it, but it's something like that.
Okay.
I haven't heard of that one either.
So
I'm sticking strictly with Hootsuite and Buffer.
Yeah.
Don't forget OnlyWire. It's $50 for the year.
Yeah, OnlyWire to distribute things out. I mean, that'll get you a really, really quick pop on driving traffic to whatever you're doing.
It's the cheapest one that I know of, and I've been liking it. The only thing I didn't like about it is it says you can set up 50 social medias. I set them all up. I can only post to about 39 of them.
How come?
That's interesting.
I don't. The other words and connections with there just will not connect for some reason. My system. I've tried to reconnect them several times, and for whatever reason, I can only get 39 to go through. So, but for the price, $50 a year, and creating your internet real estate, it's a decent one.
Yep. Okay.
That sounds good.
Where are we, Arizona?
I don't know. Let's see. We added social network. We did the ad stream. Oh, you were asking about how to schedule.
Yep. I mean, that's what you use it. That's what you use it for, isn't it?
Scheduling and tracking. Yeah. Up here at the top is where you schedule, and the box on the left allows you to choose as many of the streams to schedule on as you want.
Okay.
And then you just type in your message. Without typos. You can add a link, and shorten it for you. Shrink it. And you can add an image just by clicking on the paperclip and browsing through and finding something. And then you can schedule, which is where you decide when you want to send it out. So let's say I want to send it out on the 26th at 11:40.
Now, let me ask a quick question if I can. So you're sending this one message out to how many different platforms?
5. Well, it's 5 different accounts. 2 on Twitter, my LinkedIn account, my Facebook account, and my Google Plus.
Okay. So but in order to vary your message by platform, you have to write more messages, right? In other words,
right.
If I don't want to send Twitter, you can send out the same kind of thing on, but if you want to send out a Google Plus post, Google Plus thing, typically those are formatted differently and are longer. And some of those kind of considerations. So to do that, you just have to go in there and do more posts, right? But you can copy and paste stuff into there too.
You could copy and paste, or you could schedule it this way. There was one other thing on the scheduler I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Which is the templates, and then I'll show you how you can schedule it this way, and then go back and modify for, which is what I do. Go back and modify for Facebook and Google Plus.
Okay. Cool.
So let me copy this because I'm going to wipe it out. When I send out my quotes, I have to put the same hat on it all the time. Well,
say that again. You broke up a little bit. When
I schedule my quotes, my hourly quotes, I use the same hashtags: quote, quotes, today's visions.
Okay.
And it gets tiring typing those out over and over and over. So Hootsuite allows you to have templates. And you can see here I have it for different venues if I wanted to highlight one of the other venues with my quotes. Or I can just choose the quote, quotes, today's visions, and then paste my message ahead of it.
Okay.
Which is a wonderful thing if you have something that you tweet out all the time or post all the time. So let's go ahead. This is scheduled far, far in the future. And we're going to schedule it and go to the publisher so we can see what we've scheduled. And it's right down here at the bottom. And it says I only scheduled that for 1, which is not true. I thought I did all 5. Okay, you see where it says it has the 5. It shows you, how many places you've scheduled it to. Then when you click on that, it opens it up. Now you've got each individual one.
Okay.
Well, I want to edit this one and add some more information.
Oh, okay. I got you. So you just go in there and do your edits on it, and boom, you're done. Okay, cool.
And save changes. And that's a lot easier to me. It makes my workflow easier.
Yep.
So I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not using analytics. I don't have people on my team. If you build a team, you can actually give out assignments on here.
Right.
But I've never used that. I stick strictly with these 2 when I'm playing. So I think that's it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
So wait. All right. There's Dustin. Dustin, you still with us?
Yep.
There we go. Okay. Um, so we're about 30 minutes in right now. So is anybody else got anything else they want to talk about?
I wanted to ask if anyone is familiar with a program that will allow you to screen record your phone while you're doing applications on your phone. Like I wanted to do an Instagram training where I just recorded my screenshots of my phone as I'm doing the video, and the only way I found it to do it is to root. They call it root. Give root access to your Android phone.
No,
So
there's
if on that.
Go. I know on Evernote there's a voice recorder on Evernote that you can use, but I haven't actually played with it. But there is that. Say it again. You're breaking up.
Will it do screenshots of the video that you're recording?
One more time.
Record the screen live.
It's a note. No, it's a note function. I don't know that it's a video recorder. There is a video recorder, but you got to download it. I forget the name of it right off the bat.
Well, I can do some checking too and see.
What you're trying to make? Well, tell me exactly what you're trying to do again.
I've seen some really slick videos where people are doing trainings on their phone, and it just is recording the screen of their phone as they're working on it. And the only way I've found to do that so far is to what they call root your phone, and so you wipe out all of the system and you install your own system on it. And I'm not sure I want to do that just yet. There's got to be a way around that.
Dustin, try something called fuse.com.
Okay. It's an online type of service, or is it like an app?
It's an app, it looks like. And got a lot of good people using it, like Evernote. But it's a way to screen share, and it's free.
How do you spell it?
Fuse, FUZE.com.
Awesome.
And that's an Android app?
It's an Android app. Well, it's available for the Android and the iPhone.
And the phone. Okay, cool. And it'll screen record on your phone.
Right.
Yay! Hot dog.
Awesome. Is that a freebie?
It's a freebie.
There you go.
Yeah, freebies.
I love it.
Apps, 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 and more apps. All right. What else has anybody got? One, two, three.
You said your tags, you don't like to hashtag everything out. I don't either. That's why I use the tagsforlikes.com if you haven't been there yet. You can go in there. You can either copy the popular tags that you want to use related to your stuff, or you can go in, you can download the app, create a custom tags thing that you can copy. So I really like that tags for likes.
Oh, I want to give people a real quick something that I'm using on Twitter that I just added to my Twitter deal, and it's called Riffle, R-I-F-F-L-E, and it's an app. So you just pull it into your Twitter feed, and you can pop anybody's name in there, or basically it runs in conjunction with your Twitter feed, and so you can look over, and it's going to give you some information on people as as an individual entity on Twitter, and it'll link into you can link into their different profiles too with it. So it's pretty sweet, and it's a freebie.
Nice.
So it's called Riffle, Riffle. So you might, if you're on Twitter, you might want to add that. Just check it out. I think you'll like it.
There's a WordPress app also called Link Twitter. I think it's called Link Twitter. And so you just type in @ and the person's name, and it automatically creates a Twitter link.
Run that by again.
That's cool. That's your WordPress blog?
Yes, it's a plugin for WordPress.
Yeah.
And I think it's called Link Twitter. It's either called Link Twitter or Twitter Link. And you type in @ and then the person's name. So I would go @ Tom_Coleman, and it automatically creates the link in the article.
Oh, cool.
Saves a ton of time.
All right. And
cool.
just while we're talking about, there's a couple other. If you're talking about Twitter, Mention Map is a great Twitter tool. MENTION MAP. I think it's MAPP. Maybe one P though. But you can go out and it'll show you different relationships that people have within Twitter. So it's kind of neat.
That's nice.
Oh yeah.
Another one I like is Sumall, which
Do you?
I don't use it, like I don't go out to their page, but since I signed up, they send me a daily analytics. So every single morning I see how many people I reached the previous day.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And that's Sumall?
That's Sumall.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's about got it. So anybody else have any other tools they want to mention that they like? I know you're just playing around with Friends Plus Me on Google Plus, right, Catherine?
I am. I'm just playing around with that. I'm getting into the tools just now. So
it's fun, isn't it?
It is fun.
Okay.
Opening up a whole new world.
It does do that.
It does.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off now. So, Dustin, you got anything you want to shout out about before we get off here, and we can get you back on the road again?
From last week, I tried the Rob Forrest technique of updating a blog's publishing date.
Yep.
And it seems to be being effective. So go back into your old blogs and edit the publishing date. Edit like one sentence, edit the publishing date, and then you should get some more authority from that.
Good tip. What else you got going on?
I'm going to be gone the next 2 weeks. I'm going to a motorcycle trip down to La Jolla.
Cool.
And so I'm excited to get on the road.
All right, man. We'll have a good time. Trip pictures from the road. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We'll do.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Catherine, what you got going on? Okay.
Well, I read something, and it's something that I believe in. When someone says thank you, instead of just saying you're welcome, the opportunity to say I know you would do this for someone else or for other people. It's passing along and opening up for other people, and that expands your network. So that's what I'm trying. And
good tip.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know you would do that for other people.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
I
Arizona.
like.
I don't have much to share today except, everybody take a deep breath and shine throughout the rest of the week.
That's great advice. Okay, and let's see. Today's Tuesday, isn't it? At 9 o'clock tonight, Diane Hockman is doing an HOA, and I don't know if you guys know her or not, but she's been doing this for about 15 years, and she's an industry insider and a veteran, and she's got some really easy tips for people to do better online. And I'll try and get out a document about that. But if you get a chance, it's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, p.m. this evening, and she's doing a webinar. And I guarantee you'll pick up at least one tip, if not a ton of them, that will move your business forward. So,
can you share her link?
yeah, I will. I'll have to get it, but I'll put it out. I'll put it out in the comments on the stuff, and I'll send it to y'all if y'all want to see it. But I'll put that out. But I love her. She's great, and
Get a chance to review her page on her Guru Code stuff. I made a post on her Willy Wonka's post.
yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool. You got a shout out on that too.
That's right. That's right.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all next Tuesday. Same bat channel, same bat time, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody have a great week and make today productive. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.